Hello, I'm Jay Prakash, lecturer from Computer Science and Engineering Department, Government Polytechnic for Women, Bengaluru. So let us start the fourth session of Unit 1 from Green Computing. So applying the IT for enhancing the environmental sustainability. So how you can enhance the environmental sustainability? So what are the methods to enhance the environmental sustainability? The sources of green emissions are both IT and non-IT resources. But non-IT resources has a major concerns about GHG emissions. The few ways of reducing the GHG emissions are the software tools for analyzing and modeling and simulating the environmental impacts. So we are going to use the software tools which analyze, model, and simulate the environmental impacts. The platforms for eco management, the different platforms which will manage the eco. Okay, auditing and reporting tools for energy consumption and saving for monitoring the GHG emissions. So we can audit by using the tool. So how much GHG emissions is going to occur? The environmental knowledge and management systems. The urban environmental planning tool and systems. So the different planning tools and the systems in the urban also can be used. The tools and the systems to optimize the organizational workflows. The interoperable environmental monitoring networks. The integration and optimization of existing environmental monitoring networks. So whatever the integration and optimization of the environmental monitoring network can also be used. The tools and the systems for optimizing the organization workflows. So next, the green 80 standards and eco labeling of it. So these are the different standards that are used for green 80 standards. The EPE80 tool, the electronic product environmental assessment tool. So this can be used to assess the GHG gas emissions. ROHS, restrictions of hazardous substances and directives. The WEEE, it is the waste electrical and electronic equipment directive. So whatever the waste that will be occurred in electrical and electronic equipment that will be done by WEEE standards. LEED, the leadership in energy and environmental design. The ISO 1401 and environmental 16001, then that is nothing but energy management system. Next one is the enterprise green IT strategy. To make the environmental sustainable, the green IT, the different strategies can be used, which are those the self-interest. The second one is the social, the cultural, and political influence, and the industry and the external business pressures, the regulatory and compliance requirements, the environmental concerns, economic savings. So these are the drivers of environmental sustainability and green IT. Next, there are three approaches that can be used. First one is the tactical incremental approach. In this approach, an enterprise preserves the existing of IT infrastructures and policies and incorporates the simple measures to achieve the modern green goals such as reducing the energy consumption. So the policies and the rules would help to reduce the energy consumption. The measures includes adopting the policies and practices such as power management, switching off the computers when not in the use, and using the compact energy efficient light bulbs and maintaining an optimal room temperatures. So these tactical approach that can be that are which is the switching of the computers and compact energy efficient light bulbs and maintaining of the optical room temperatures. So this can be used called as the tactical incremental approach. Next one is strategic approach. In this approach, an enterprise conducts an audit of IT infrastructures and use it for environmental perspectives, develops a comprehensive plan addressing broader aspects of green ITs, and implements the distinctive new initiatives. For examples, the enterprise may deploy a new energy efficient, environmental friendly computing systems. So different systems are used which will be environmental friendly. It may develop and implement new policies or procuring the operating and disposing of computer resources. The third approach is deep green approach. It expands upon the measures of highlighted the strategic approach. So this is the expansion of the strategic approach, wherein the enterprise adopts the additional measures such as implementing the carbon offset policies to neutralize the GHG emissions. And next, it includes the planting the trees. So you can reduce the GHG emissions by planting the trees, buying the carbon credits from any of the many carbon exchanges, or using green power generated from the solar or wind energy. So planting the trees or solar utilization of solar or wind energy will minimize the effect on environment. Next one is these are the three strategic approach. First one is the tactical increment approach, strategic approach, deep green approach. So the next topic is greenwashing. So it misleads the customers by spending more time and money in advertising and marketing the implementing. So it will makes the misleads the customers. So the benefits comes in the form of higher stock price, more customers, favored partnerships with green organizations. So next the question arises is whether green IT is a burden or an opportunity. So the question arises whether when we go for green in the IT infrastructures, obviously the implementation of the new things has to be taken place. So obviously it will increase the economy of the organizations. So the question arises whether we go for a green IT or not. So uh, it, the organization feels that it may be a burden or it may be a opportunity. So which one will be correct? So obviously the green IT is an opportunity, it is not a burden. Okay. The go green philosophy is not a burden. Actually, as safeguards the environment is equally important because protecting the environment is the major concern in green. Because in the future, if the environment is affected, the human beings will be get affected by the environment, and obviously it will be a disaster for the human being itself. So going for green is an opportunity. It is not a burden. Okay. It allows to revisit and examine IT systems and operations. So when we go for green, what are the advantages? It improves the energy efficiency, it improves the resource utilization, it reduces the waste, it promotes the reuse and recycling, and minimize energy consumptions and save energy bills. So these are the advantages. First one is energy efficiency. So it will minimize the consumption of the energy and it will make the resource utilization again and again, reuse, recycle, and reduce the wastages, and promotes the reuse and recycling, and also minimize the energy consumption and saves energy bills. So it will make the less usage of energy and makes the environment greener. Thank you.